Rio V7 Ultra X. So Ozone Reo V7 Ultra X. So they've made two versions of the Rio this year. They've got the standard Rio, which is standard Dacron, Ultra X, which is their lighter weight, stiffer Dacron. So this is similar material to what they're using for like the Duotone SLS material. It's not gonna be quite as long-term durable, but it will be lighter and more crisp. One of the things we've always loved about the Rio is it's lightweight, even before they put this stuff on here. So now it's gotten even lighter weight. I don't have the specs, but we'll get that specs and put it in the comments if we can track down the exact factory specs on it. The thing with the Rio, 3-strut wave kite, very light, very drifty, super responsive, doesn't pull you off your edge, doesn't have too much grunt or like, you know, throw you around. So this is a very easy to ride wave kite. It's also great for foiling. And some people, like lighter riders, like it as their kind of all-around kite. You can jump it, but it gets a little squirrely. So we do recommend as a wave kite, like we found that this is one of the best wave kites on the water. So a couple little key features. One other thing they did is we got the variable bridle control here. You can choke that up for onshore or offshore riding. Basically what it's doing is moving the kite farther forward in the window. I like it with a little bit more power in it, so I like the standard settings. And then you've got a variable speed setting on the trailing edge. So let's put the bar on, get rigged up, hit the water. So one of the things that Ozone did on this kite as well is they made the bridle's kite line, like really thin kite line. And so what that does is it reduces the drag, also reduces weight. One of the things I don't really care about with Ozone kites, the last of the holdouts, is that the knots are flipped around, right? So they have the kook-proof knots, which is good, but they have the loops here. So loop is on the trailing edge. So the only other bar that has this is Nash bar, and you can take another bar. Like this flies best on a low Y bar. So I really like the north bar. You can put the north bar in here. You just have to flip the pigtails around, but it's kind of annoying that, like, you know, you have to flip pigtails and stuff if you're using it different than Ozone bar. Ozone does make a lot of bar variations. They recommend flying their kites on 25-meter lines for most of their kites, except for the really big kites, which they like 27-meter lines. They do offer 20, 23, 25, 27 on almost all bar sizes. I personally like the 23-meter for, you know, most of the kites. Get back here. For most of the kites I'm riding, like 23-meter, 25 is going to give you a little more wind window, a little more boost, a little more hang time. You know, going down to 20, it's constantly out of the wind window. And then for the big kites, 27, really long wind window. All right, rigging up on the water. I was wrong. I actually got this bar set up as with 25s. So one of the things about the Rio that is always amazing, it's the thing, just I'm in side-off, gusty conditions. Thing's just so easy and stable. I've got a decent bar feel. If I want less bar feel, I kind of like the bar feel, but if I want less bar feel, I can go to that offshore setting, which would move the kite a little farther forward, make it a touch less stable, and have a little less power and bar feel to it. Like I like having a little bit of feedback so I know where the kite is. Okay, some nice little soft waves coming in. Let's go get them. Pro tip on getting out for beach break: be patient. Wait for the wave to go down before you try and punch out through it. A lot of people get to this point and they just want to rush out into the water. Take your time, wait for a lull in the swell, and then go. Sometimes you just got a duck shot. Similar power delivery. That's really important for a wave kite. This one does it exceptionally well. Another important feature of any wave kite is that it can go upwind and have a big wind range. So it's like 15 to 20 25, a little gusty today, but I'm able to keep it on the inside, get a wind, get going, and get back to the lineup. Exceptionally well is drift. Drift means that when you're going down the line, the kite keeps with you, so when you want to re-engage the lines, it's right there for you, ready to go. Even when I slack the lines, the kite's right there waiting for me. Quick tip on getting in on a shore break. When there's a lot of beach break like that, come in with speed, run in the back of a wave instead of the front so you don't grind out on the reef or something like that. Run in the back of a wave, jump off, get your board, get to the beach. Oh, what a killer sesh. This Ozone Reo V7 Ultra X. I mean, they should have just called it the best Reo ever. The best wave kite ever. I mean, you don't need all these other things. This thing's freaking incredible. So with this ultralight material they've made in this new shape, updated shape on the Reo, they've made this kite better than ever. The key things with the kite, as I was talking about on the water for a wave kite, is making sure it goes upwind well, has a big wind range, right? Today is really gusty, side off. It's a hot day in the winter, which means the water's cold, air's hot, so you got all these weird gusty conditions. And this thing just plowed right through it and has that really nice big wind range, could deal with the 15 light on the inside on the wave, 25 on the outside, and I'm on an 8 meter. So like big wind range on this thing. The next thing is the consistency of the power, right? This thing has just incredible, like, you could loop the kite, you could have it at the edge of the window, up, down, wherever. That's what the Rio's always excelled, is having that consistent power with no dead spots. And this is hands down the best wave kite that I have ridden, particularly in the Rio range. Like a huge upgrade over the V6 in my personal opinion. Finally, the drift. Any wave kite you want it to go down line as you're kind of working down the line, or wherever you are in the wind window, you want the kite to kind of drift and float downwind with you, so that when you have the need to pull in that power, sheet in, turn the kite, it's right there with you. And this thing has an incredible drift with that lighter weight, slim bridle, all those little things add to making this kite so good. Quick disclaimer, I used to ride the 23s. This is a 25. I forgot that this bar had 25s on it, and I really like the 25s. That's the stock setting for this, and it gives you a little more range, and I didn't feel like I lost any steering or anything. So I'm gonna be riding 25s. I do like the 50 centimeter bar for 8 meter and up. And then below that 7, 6 meter, 5 meter, I'll go down to the 45 centimeter bar. So what more reviews? Check us out online, realwatersports.com, or give us a call at the shop, 252-987-6000. See you guys on the water for the next session.